Welcome back to This is a Commander channel, where this is a Commander channel, and today I'm going to talk about Commander, tough rules, and cool interactions, episode 69. Today's episode is going to be a continuation of the math mini-series that is looking at numbers and when they are taken at their actual values and when numbers are not, and instead the game replaces them with a value of 0. So today is going to dive into that a little bit more, and what I say in this video may melt some people's brains, and it might aggravate you, but hopefully I convey it in a way that does make sense. So let's start by reviewing one of the bonus questions I had at the end of the previous episode. You control grizzly bears and target him with choose your weapon and the mode to double his power and toughness. But in response, your opponent casts a Hydro Surge, which is an instant that says target creature gets -5/-0 until end of turn. Choose Your Weapon is an effect that doubles the power and toughness of the creature, and Grizzly Bears is a base 2/2 creature. After the whole stack has resolved, what will be the power and what will be the toughness of your bear? I never said the answer to this bonus question in the video, because it was a bonus question at the end, but only discussed the answer in the comments. But the answer to this is that your bear will go from a 2/2 down to a -3/2, and then the Choose Your Weapon will apply a -3/+2 effect to the bear, making it finally become a -6/4 creature. So let's take a look at a new scenario for this video. You control Chameleon Colossus, which is a 4/4 creature, and it has the ability to pay 2 green for the Chameleon Colossus to get +X/+X until end of turn, where X is its power. Interesting thing to note here is that the toughness of the Colossus isn't cared about. It's not a +X/+Y type of situation. So let's say you activate your Colossus's ability, but then in response, your opponent once again has cast a Hydro Surge. What will happen when the stack is empty and everything has resolved? Well, based on the previous scenario, we can easily figure this out. So the Colossus is a base 4/4, and when the Hydro Surge resolves, giving it -5 power, it will be a -1/4 creature. And so when the Colossus's ability resolves, it will be the value of -1 for X, applying a -1/-1 effect to itself, making it now a -2/3 creature. Well, there. Easy. Except that's actually not what will happen. So to find out why this wouldn't happen this way, and hopefully before your brain melts trying to understand why these two situations are not the same, we must take a look at the comprehensive rules, section 107.1b, which says, most of the time, the Magic game uses only positive numbers and 0. You can't choose a negative number, deal negative damage, gain negative life, and so on. However, it's possible for a game value, such as a creature's power, to be less than 0. If a calculation or comparison needs to use a negative value, it does so. If a calculation that would determine the result of an effect yields a negative number, 0 is used instead, unless that effect doubles or sets to a specific value a player's life total or the power and or toughness of a creature or creature card. Okay, that was a lot. That was a whole lot. But let's focus on two specific back-to-back sentences. Sentence 1 that said, if a calculation or comparison needs to use a negative value, it does so. And then sentence 2, which says, if a calculation that would determine the result of an effect yields a negative number, 0 is used instead, unless that effect doubles. And then there is some more text there, but that's the main part that you need. So, like with a lot of rules in Magic, this one is one of those cases in which we really have to pay super close attention to the wording used. During a game of Commander, you could easily be mistaken for reading the ability on that Chameleon Colossus as just double this creature's power and toughness. And most of your opponents would probably not correct you, as they'd probably shortcut its effect in their own brain in the same way you've done. But in the rules of Magic, doubling and then doing an effect that is basically the same as doubling but not using that word double, those are very different things. So because the Colossus doesn't say to double, and then the card Choose Your Weapon does say to double, that is what leads to a different result. Anyhow, that's all I've got for today's episode. As always, I hope that all of you have found this video to be entertaining at least, and I hope that a few of you have even learned something about these crazy rules in this great game of Magic. Have a good one. Ta-ta.